let me ask you something. How do you even begin to wrap your head around the idea of finishing a project that's been haunted by tragedy, legal battles, and the weight of a legacy? That's exactly what's happening with Soundgarden's long-awaited final album. And honestly, it's one of the most fascinating stories in modern music. Here's why. This isn't just about mixing tracks. It's about closure, grief, and the messy human process of creating art when the people who made it are no longer here. Matt Cameron's recent comments about the album being nearly done feel like the end of a decades-long emotional roller coaster. But let's dig deeper. What does it mean for a band to finish an album after their frontman's death? How do you reconcile the joy of creation with the shadow of loss? And why does this feel so much bigger than just another record? Think about it. Soundgarden's story is already a myth. They were part of the grunge explosion, they vanished, they reunited, they lost Chris Cornell in the most tragic way possible. Now, here they are, trying to put together a final chapter. But here's what's wild. This album wasn't even supposed to exist. The demos started in 2013, right? Cornell was alive, the band was in the studio, and then everything changed. The legal battles with Vicky Cornell weren't just about money. They were about ownership of art, of memory, of something sacred. And now, 3 years after that fight ended, they're finally at the finish line. But what does that finish line even look like? Are they releasing this album as a tribute, as a farewell? Or is it just the natural evolution of a band that never stopped evolving? There's something haunting about the idea that Kim Thayil still wants to work on instrumentals. It's like the band is trying to fill the void left by Cornell's absence. But here's the thing, you can't replace a voice like Chris Cornell's. So what does that mean for the album? Is it a collaboration between the living and the dead? Or is it a testament to how music outlives us all? I think that's what makes this so powerful. The fact that they're even here mixing tracks suggests that the music itself has a life beyond the people who made it. And yet, the emotional toll must be enormous. Cameron admits they've built a callus to the emotional side of it. But how do you numb the pain of creating something without your best friend? Let's also talk about the timing. This album is coming out in an era where bands are constantly re-releasing old stuff, remastering, and chasing nostalgia. But this isn't nostalgia. This is something raw, unfinished, and deeply personal. It's a reminder that music isn't just about the product. It's about the journey, the scars, and the people who made it. And honestly, I think fans will feel that. The reaction won't be too intense, because it's not just an album, it's a story. A story about survival, about art, and about how even in the darkest moments, creativity can find a way. So when this drops, don't just listen for the riffs. Listen for the silence between the notes, because that's where the real story lives.